That game last night sure seems like something that was so significant that it's difficult to come back from. That said, it is game to game. I mean, that's all Aaron Boone could say after the game last night. What do you think?
Well, I mean, there's a couple ways to look at it. Clearly a blowout. It was ridiculous with the final score 16-1, but there was an opportunity there. You know, the Yankees, I thought they didn't play it with much urgency. You know, to me, I look at it like, okay, if worst case scenario, if you lose to yesterday, you have to play today in New York, and then you got to go face Chris Sale on normal rest for Game 5. And to me, last night's game was critical for the Yankees. You got Severino going, you got a healthy bullpen. Once he got into trouble early, and I'm saying the third inning was first and second, no outs, and they continue to keep pushing through that inning, I think you got to go ahead and take him out of the game. And you're only down a run or two at that time. And after that, the floodgates opened up, and I just think they didn't handle it well. Where you're sitting there saying, "Here's what's in front of us. We got to win this game tonight." I didn't think they played with that type of urgency.
Well, yeah, and I guess the Yankees do have somebody in CC Sabathia on the mound tonight who is well versed in stopping problems for the Yankees. I mean, he might be the perfect pitcher for this evening. What do you think about tonight's matchup, Harold?
Yeah, I love CC going. I think he's going to keep him in it. The difference with CC now than CC 10 years ago, he's going to give you 5, and then what are you going to do? So you're facing a team that's red hot right now. I love the way the Red Sox played, the hit and run, stealing bases. Even Devers was running last night. Mookie Betts scores from first on a double. They did a lot of things without hitting the ball at the ballpark, and that's what presents them as a very difficult club to beat. So I think CeCe's going to be there, but we'll see what happens with that bullpen. And now you got – I think the takeaway last night as well was Evaldi going, into the 8th inning. The Red Sox used hardly nobody out of the pen. And so today they're full loaded, ready to wrap this thing up. And I just don't see the Yankees coming through the series. They may win today, but I don't see them come back and winning 2 more in a row. I just don't see it.
Well, it's tough to win 2 in Fenway Park, and now that's what the Yankees are going to have to do to get through to get against the Houston Astros team, who I want to talk about with you in a moment. But Harold, look, I know it's easy to say this sort of stuff because it's not easy to do the job I'm about to bring up. But when when a pitcher doesn't perform well, like say David Price, he's benched. He's benched. If a hitter has a particularly bad night after a bad night before, or a bad, or a career in which you're wondering what somebody can do or not, they're benched. How in the world is Angel Hernandez allowed behind home plate tonight to call balls and strikes in a crucial potential closeout game after what we have seen from him, certainly last night at first base?
He had a rough night last night. You look at the replays, kind of made it stand out. Sometimes the umpires disappear with replay and keep moving, but he had a rough night last night. But it's the way it's set up. They grade guys throughout the year, and as bad as the public might think Angel Hernandez is, they go back and grade guys, and over the course of his 162-game schedule, he stood up enough to be in the playoffs. So you're trying to put me in a hot spot here.
Sorry, Harold.
I think it's difficult. I understand 100% what you're saying. When you don't perform, and I think that's the frustrating thing for players and managers. Everybody's held to a standard, and I think baseball's starting to do that with umpires. I've seen a few guys not brought back to the postseason this year. And Angel's still sliding by. So we'll see if he continues to be able to skate that. But the iron's hot right now, and the eyes are upon him. So we'll see how he does tonight.
Do you think there's some in the front offices in Major League Baseball a little nervous about his behind?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I think the problem is once you get a bullseye, and it doesn't matter if you're a quarterback, if you're a pitcher or a hitter or an umpire, once you get that bullseye, he's going to call one ball that's questionable tonight, and Yankee Stadium is going to go berserk. And those are the things you try to avoid. I remember Ernie Harwell. He used to always say, Harold, I get umpires like a dead driver in traffic and never notice they're there.
That's great, Harold. That's great.
And I think everybody's noticing that Angel's in a red car and everybody else is driving a black car right now. And so that's the difference.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.